when you're younger, you think to yourself, like, when I'm 25, like, I'm gonna have my own place and all these different things. And being 27, you're like, I used to always worry about what people thought of me and would try so hard to live by society's standards. Then I realized that I was created to be different, and regardless of what I did, I would never fit in. So I decided to follow my dreams instead. Join me on this journey as I grow in my faith, go through the ups and downs of pharmacy school, and most importantly, being God's masterpiece. Hey y'all, so I figured it was time to share a life update. Last time I shared a video, I let y'all know that I was working at only one place, which is a hospital, and I still am. I love that job. I still love that job. It's been like, what, 6 months since I've started working. I feel a lot more comfortable in my role as a pharmacist for sure, especially in the hospital setting. I feel like before, in the beginning, I was very like, I don't know, always scared. Like when I would go home, I'd be like, did I verify that right? Did I check that? Did I do this? Did I, like, you know, like all these different things. So I'm happy to like feel a lot more comfortable, like when verifying orders, speaking with the providers, like all these different things. I don't stress as much. And I would have to say that really is God, because, you know, before I go into work, I really pray, or like my mom will pray for me. And it's beautiful because I recognize that I can't do my job without God. You know, God has truly brought me this far, and I like need him every single day. Not even just at work, but just in my daily life. So definitely feel a lot more comfortable. Your girl also picked up another job. You all know with the vaccine rolling out that it's like all hands on deck. A lot of companies need assistance on administering the vaccines, and so I was like, this could be a great opportunity to you know, save some money, pay off my loans. You all know like how seriously I take being like financially free, if that makes sense. And so I just have been like working super hard to just achieve some of those financial goals that I have, especially like as like it comes time to like, you know, thinking about moving out, starting my life like on my own. Those are some things that I am looking into. So I decided to go back into the retail world, mainly for vaccines. It's just been super busy, but I'm grateful because a year ago, around this time, I was worried if I was even going to get a job. I remember sharing in almost all of my videos, just, you know, that God's peace truly surpasses all understanding. And I was at a point of just like, you know what? I'm not gonna stress about working anymore. I'm not gonna stress about getting a job. I'm just gonna trust God and let him do what he does, you know? And he truly like showed out, and I'm grateful because in this time, you know, there is a lot of uncertainty, and there's a lot of like, I don't know, just not knowing what is next, you know, not knowing where your next paycheck could be coming from, not knowing how you can pay this or that. And I'm just thankful that God has provided that financial stability for me right now, and my family. So I'm truly, truly grateful, truly, truly, truly grateful. So as far as like my schedule goes, I have none. I literally it's not predictable in the sense of like, okay, I know on this day I'm off. Like I know on this day I'm off. So it kind of varies. A lot of just like working hard, but also a lot of learning about myself. One of the things that I'm learning as I'm working is that you really have to learn how to like have balance. I'm the type of person where I would work. Y'all know I work hard, but I don't work hard for my rest, if that makes sense. You know, I will be going, and then my body will be like, hey, you need to calm down. I'm like, no, we're good. That's something that I'm really trying to incorporate into my life, of just recognizing that like, I need to rest. I need to, you know, recognize that yes, while working can help you achieve your goals, if you are not resting, if you're not taking the time to spend with God, then you could be losing out on so much more, you know? So I'm just trying to be more intentional and conscious of taking that time to rest, taking that time to spend with God. I would say that after graduating and then passing my boards, going right into working, it's like everything was nonstop, and I didn't take that time to really have a lot of time with God. It would be more so like in my car before going to work, which is not bad. Like that's definitely, you know, good, but having that time of like getting into my word, reading my Bible, like consistently, having devotions, recording devotions, like that's something that I miss doing. And there's no excuse, you know, there's no excuse of like, oh, well, I'm busy. And it's just like, but who gave you the job? But who gave you the ability to work? Like, so just really trying to be more intentional about having balance in my life, of recognizing that yes, it's important to work, but also it's more important to rest and spend time with God and to grow in your faith. It's important to not invest too much time into materialistic or things that can just easily go, and spend time with the one who will always be with you, you know? So that's just kind of some things that I've been learning about myself, of just really trying to implement that balance in my life. I still live at home with my parents. There was a brief moment where I was like apartment hunting, looking for somewhere else to stay, just because I just really wanted my own place. I just really wanted my own just space, if that makes sense. I love my parents, like don't get me wrong, but you know, as you get older, you just realize that there are just some things that you just want on your own. Like you want to have your independence. But I realized very quickly that it's crazy expensive to get an apartment in New York. So I kind of stopped a little bit searching. And then I had to like stop and think about, you know, some of the long-term goals that I have, as far as like, you know, owning my own home, paying off my loans. You know, a lot of those things can be achieved a lot sooner if I do live at home. So I'm just trying to navigate through that whole process. It's hard. When you're younger, you think to yourself, like, when I'm 25, I'm gonna have my own place and all these different things. And being 27, you're like, you're still at home, you know? It's kind of just like, oh my gosh. It makes you feel like you're behind, especially like when you see social media, people having their own apartments, having their own like space, like all these different things. And you're like, what am I doing? But it's like, you have to remember that like, your journey is your journey, and you shouldn't compare your life to other people. So just because I'm living at home, that doesn't mean that I'm behind. It just means that I'm trying to be financially responsible, if that makes sense. So I did record me like shopping around for apartments. So maybe I'll post that eventually. I don't know, but like nothing came of it anyway. Because it was just so expensive, and I was just like, man, like the $3,000 that I'd probably be spending living on my own, I could put towards my loans and savings and all that stuff. That's pretty much the update. I hope you all are doing well. For those of you who are in pharmacy school, if this is your last year, it's like getting close to graduation. It's super exciting, and it's also getting close to studying for your boards. So I hope that's going well. If you need some references, I will link it up here of how I studied and what worked for me and what did not work for me. So maybe you can find that helpful for you. So that's it. Y'all already know the deal. You can comment below, or you can email me at behismasterpiece@gmail.com. Go out, be kind, be caring, be loving, and as always, be his masterpiece. Bye, y'all.